Thanks everybody for coming. We're the Kiewit team, and our project was named Corgi. All right, so it's Kiewit. Kiewit's company is mainly a construction crew located in Omaha, but we were partnered with their Kiewit Technology Group, and they help to deliver technology solutions for all their offices outside the Midwest. And they're a $17.1 billion construction enterprise, so they're pretty big and pretty well known, especially around here in the Nebraska area. And so our project was because Kiewit Technology Group has so many projects everywhere. There needed to be a need to monitor all the resources everywhere they have. And so the purpose of Corgi, which stands for Cost Optimization Resource Group Interface, is to monitor 18,000 plus cloud resources to see the utilization levels and see whether they're under or overutilized, as well as the cost is efficient enough or needs to be scaled. All right. So the stakeholders we were primarily focused with was our lead engineer, Jackson Myers, for the project, as well as Bobby Walks, who's a senior manager of financial operations. These two are the primary two people we came into contact with at this project. And for our stakeholders, in terms of the UNL faculty, William Browning was our project manager to keep us on task. Dr. Shui was our tribe lead to keep us a great project. And Frank Dolezal was our industry coach to give us advice into working with an actual company and project. In terms of our development team, I'm Juan Martinez. I was the product manager.
I'm Nicholas Montemurano. I was the development manager.
And for our development team, we had Zach Gerard, Fletcher Hovendick, Min Nin, and Nirav Reddy.
So for the problem and opportunity with such a vast array and number of cloud resources, things can go unchecked and underutilized. So basically what we're trying to do is grant some visibility into these resources and track orphan assets, make sure that those forgotten resources are getting flagged, are getting whitelisted, and also reactive cost management. The tools that we're equipping Kiewit with help address waste before it's incurred rather than after. So for the solution, we implemented wastefulness detection to track resource underutilization and efficiencies and highlight those so that actions can be taken further. We also included automated email reporting for our anomalous resources that go out directly to the product owners so that changes can be made, as well as a forecasting model to help gain better understanding of kind of the future of these resources, kind of what impact they're going to have going forward. But yeah. So here's one of the tables we included on our page, which is a recommendations table that analyzes current resource metrics and proposes actions based on those metrics, whether it's aggregating, resizing, things like that, which also have an included impact based on those metrics. For anomaly detection, we went with a isolation forest-based model to kind of highlight those anomalous resources, things that have really high cost and low utilization, so we can better identify those resources and act accordingly.
And so overall for this project, we came up with some value and highlights. Primarily it was to check the cost of all the resources, whether there's room to save money, which is a big deal. So we primarily saved the Kiewit Technology Group thousands of dollars annually because of this. And the forecasting model helps to look into the future, see whether or not we need to allocate more spending and expenses towards certain resources and maybe cut costs for others. That'll help for the budget, as well as the overall project, the dashboard centralized. We have centralized website for the Kiewit Technology Group to look into for all the resources and check the central hubs that's all consistent with everybody around every Kiewit base around the Midwest or whether they're located. Now, for ourselves around this project, we kind of learned a lot while working with it. One part was like navigating ambiguity, and this was like with mainly sometimes things don't go as planned. Even as much as you try to plan off to the future, any cycle of sprints you have, things don't come as expected, and we learned to like pivot quickly with new insights emerged, as well as if we were rushed to work on a feature or stuff, we decided to hold off on that, and we want to give our sponsor Kiewit a good working product instead of just focusing on finishing a deadline. So that was a big thing we learned, as well as we gained a lot of real-world experience working with Kiewit, a big technology group, and working with cloud resources, cost control, scalability, and this really helps us in the future as we're working with software engineers in their careers. And we just want to say thank you, and does anybody have any questions?